So how to generate qualified leads in 21 days or less without spending much on ads. Companies are always talking about generating qualified leads. They just don't need leads, but they actually need a lot of qualified leads, people who actually need your services or products and people who want to become your customers. So how to generate qualified leads in 21 days or less without spending much on ads. Anybody who's looking to generate leads, the first thing that needs to happen is your customers or your potential customers needs to know that you exist, they need to like you and they need to trust you. It's only after that they become a qualified lead, people who actually want to work with you, people who want to actually do business with you. So how do you gauge this? How do you create your portfolio on the digital front in using different channels, and which is the best channels for you to go to for you to be able to generate leads within the first 21 days of your doing it. So I just want to give you a quick quote from Robert Kiyosaki, who's the author of Rich Dad Poor Dad. What he says is the richest people in the world go and build the networks. Everyone else looks for work. So what does he mean by that? You need to build your profitable network. You need to have a great network of your potential customers who look up to you, who consider you as a thought leader. So what is the best place for you to build your network? How do you build your network on the digital front? It's nothing but LinkedIn. LinkedIn is a professional network that many people are using today. It's got more than 500 million users who are using it today to find work, to connect with professional people, to build their network. And it's a great platform which is being extremely underused by a lot of people. And LinkedIn is in 2020, it's almost like the Facebook of 2012, where LinkedIn gives you a potential for you to boost your content organically. It helps you to connect with the right audience. It's a great platform because say consider in the past you used to cold call people. You need to find database, find their email IDs, start sending them emailers. You do a cold call, you probably go to the gatekeeper and you're never able to connect to the right audience or your right target audience. LinkedIn gives a real good solution for you to be able to build your network with the right people that you want. There is no gatekeepers in between, and as long as your profile is good, as long as you have some value to give to these people, people are always willing to connect. And you should also think about the mindset that people have when they actually come on LinkedIn. So say for example, if anybody is going to open their emails, they're probably looking at work-wise emails, which is of high priority to them. If somebody goes into an Instagram or Facebook, they're probably going to see what their friends are doing. The kind of mindset there is more to chill and more to know what their friends are doing and things like that. But when somebody actually logs into their LinkedIn account, their mindset is to develop their professional network, is to look for opportunities, it's to look to build their profitable network. So this is a way where we have a lot of opportunities in LinkedIn where you can actually start promoting it, start connecting with the right people and make the right noise out there. And what are the ways that you can make LinkedIn, how do you make LinkedIn work for you within like 21 days? So you need to there are a few steps that you need to follow. The first step is basically have a great LinkedIn profile. There's a lot of people who do have a LinkedIn account, but they necessarily don't have it optimized, or they don't have all the details filled in that. They probably have only their last job or the last couple of jobs. They don't really have their complete portfolio there. So it's very important for you to optimize your LinkedIn profile in a way that you can be found. So say for example, if somebody is looking for a funnel builder or a digital marketer or a marketing automation expert, and when they search on the algorithm of LinkedIn, you should be able to come on top, so that when people are looking for your services or people are looking for your expertise, you are out there and you are there for them to be seen. So that's a great way for you to get found by people who are looking for your services. And the second thing that you need to do is probably connect with the right people. So how do you build these connections? So earlier what people used to do is they just used to connect randomly with people, just go and connect with all the C-suite people randomly and start sending them messages after messages, which is not really going to work these days. It's all about providing value. So I'm going to be emphasizing on the point of value here throughout this video, because that's something that is very important for you to be able to generate leads on a consistent basis. People don't just come to you because you have a service to offer, or if you're just sending a message. I get a lot of LinkedIn messages saying like, I do this is all my services I offer, and people actually expect me to read the whole thing and get back to them saying like, yes, I do need the service, which is not going to happen these days. It's about providing value. So even if you're touching with your connections, you need to have a lot of warm touches before you actually connect with them or actually ask them for your services. So I go by this formula called as know, like, trust and buy formula. So it's nothing but, first of all, people need to know that you exist. So Second is they need to start liking you. The kind of content you put, they need to believe that you're good. And the last point is like they need to trust you. So that happens by providing a lot of value, and the kind of value that you provide and the tips you provide should be actionable and should be useful for them. So that's when they start trusting you. And only after they start trusting you can you ask, or can you even look forward to having an opportunity to do business with them. This is where many people go wrong, and we need to make sure that we are building that authority on LinkedIn or any platform that you go to make sure that you're able to generate the right audience for yourself. And talking about the next step, which is basically the messaging. How do you message them? How do you write content accordingly? So the first step, what I would suggest, to start writing a lot of content which provides value to your target audience. Yes, you can connect to people who are who you know, or who are with whom you have common connection. So somebody who's a second level connection with you on LinkedIn could be a great place to start with, where you connect with them. Start joining a lot of LinkedIn groups, because that gives you an access to connecting to them as well. So this way you need to start churning out a lot of content that actually provides value to these people, where there's a lot of people I see who want to hold information to them, thinking that they don't want to give out this information out. But people who are successful today are people who are providing information. Take Gary Vaynerchuk, for example, who believes in the value, or who's built his empire based on one fact, that is providing value to the people. And think about anybody else who's been doing really well on any business. Say, for example, Neil Patel is somebody who keeps providing a lot of value to people. Yes, he does have premium services, and he does have makes money out of tools and stuff, but providing value, he hardly holds back anything, and he just wants you to learn everything. So it's important to start providing value to people. And you should understand one thing: no matter, even if you say 1,000 things, there's already people telling about these things on LinkedIn. So if they want to learn it, there's tons of opportunities for them to learn it. It's just that they wouldn't know how to implement it. So you need to make sure that you are giving out as much as possible without holding back anything. Provide value. Value is what is going to get you the business. So start a LinkedIn profile and start optimizing your LinkedIn profile. Start putting all your content into it. Start using your portfolios. Start getting recommendations from people who you've worked with in the past, because that really matters. No matter what you talk about yourself, what other people talk about you is what makes the whole difference. So start with asked for recommendations for people whom you worked in the past, or even your employees who you've been a boss to. So that way it also shows more about you. And it's very important for people to know you, to be able to work with you. And people do business with people, especially in the B2B arena. People do business with people, and hardly people do business with companies. So it's important for you, for your personality to come out there as well. So that's something that you need to focus on. And the final thing that is important here is to have it done consistently. So start promoting different types of content. Start promoting articles, start promoting posts as images, start promoting videos, start making a lot of videos where you give a lot of value to people, and start doing that on a consistent basis. So again, consistency is very important, and you don't really have to wait for you to take the perfect video, or for you to write the perfect blog or the perfect article. Perfection is the number one. People who look forward to perfection end up being procrastinating things. You just start procrastinating things, always looking for perfection. So it's not important how the quality of the video is or how the quality of the image is. What is important is what is that message that you're giving, and what impact that particular message has on the business of the particular audience that you have given this particular advice to. So it's very important. The message is very important, and start providing a lot of value. So this way you can start building your authority as the go-to guy, or as a leader in your particular niche. And once you start posting content regularly, people will start looking at you, and you start connecting with these people. So when you post content, it will go to people. It's not like Facebook or Instagram today, where the algorithm is in a way that your content does not go to much people. It goes to, in LinkedIn, it goes to a lot of people. Like once you post a content, and when people start interacting with it, the organic reach that you get out of LinkedIn is the best across all social platforms today, and it is the best place for you to connect to the right people. And more importantly, in the right who have logged into that particular platform with the right mindset of developing their professional network. So it's very important for you to start connecting with these people. And once you connect, and once you start getting some touch points, start liking their posts. Don't just go and post and expect people to like. And again, in groups, I see people who just keep posting, expecting people to like, and they hardly get any likes in their posts. What you need to do is interact with people, because say for example, if somebody had liked your post, there's a very high chance that you would have gone and seen his profile, or you would have seen who had liked your post. So that's very important. So you need to make sure that you go and comment on people's posts. You go and contribute to the network as a whole, like, start commenting on posts, give your 2 cents. So there's this thing called a $80 strategy, which was coined by Gary Vaynerchuk. And what it basically means, give your 2 cents for 90 posts in a month, So even if you want to give your 2 cents on 90 posts, take 10 different niches and start seeing the top well-performing posts and start giving your 2 cents on those posts. Just don't go and comment saying like, great, nice, wonderful. Actually give some 2 cents of what you think is right or provide your value. So, that is the way you will start getting more visible. You'll start getting more visibility, and then when you go and connect with that particular person, then there's a more chance of him getting connected with you, or because you've already started interacting with him by posting on his, by commenting on his posts, and start giving him warm touches. So it's very important for you to start contributing to the platform as a whole. There again, the last thing I want to tell you is, any platform that you take, you need to understand the platform. So what does LinkedIn want, or any other platform for that matter? They want the users to be in their platform and not to be diverted to another website, which is what you would want as well, right? So LinkedIn wants people to stay on LinkedIn as much as possible. So the more and more you give links that is taking people away from LinkedIn, LinkedIn is not going to boost your post. It's not going to get your post reach to a lot of people. So it's important you use the LinkedIn framework where you ask people to comment on it. Even if you want to give a link to an ebook or anything, it's always good to put it on the comment. And now coming to the point of what is that content that you can give them, what is that value that you can give them, how do you take it to the next level in terms of generating them as a lead. So you need to start understanding that leads need to be qualified at a later stage. So the first step is basically to start giving these people, your connections, an opportunity to download your ebook of some value that you provide to them, or attend a webinar of where you're providing some value, and that link can be posted on LinkedIn. So that's a great way for you to connect with your audience and them to know about you. And if whoever is interested, they click on that particular link, download your ebook, or register for your webinar, and you get a database. You get their email data, or the lead, or the list that you're building, which is one of the core elements of any business. So once you start getting that list, start creating automated email sequence using external tools like ActiveCampaign, for instance, or any tool that you use, and start nurturing these audiences through the email. So send them the ebook, and then find out what is the best insight they got from that particular ebook, and what is the biggest takeaway from that ebook, or from the tips that you've given, or ask them what are the other things that they want to do. So this is extremely important for you to make sure that you have that continuous nurturing process that is there. And this whole process to set up completely automated is going to be done in 21 days. It's not going to take more time than that, but the initial step for that is for you to provide value. Think about what is that value that you can provide to your target audience, what would help your target audience. So make sure that you do that. So thank you so much.